Today I bring back with another video, and this video topic is going to be the Resynced for Black Flag Resync. Now you guys might be thinking that why this guy re-uploading another video of Resynced Black Flag since he already uploaded another video. Now as you know from the titles, this is not for the integrated GPUs, it is only for the RX 550, which I actually holding currently a one right now. Now I already explained what actually happened to my previous PC in my Black Myth Wukong video. If you haven't even checked it out, you can totally check it out. In the intro part, I already explained that in my previous PC it was totally completely dead. My processors and also my motherboard also dead, but my other components such as the RAM, SSD and also the hard disk, GPU was actually working fine. My GPU was the RX 550, which I bought almost like 3 or 4 years ago to play some games with a combo of a i3 7th generation, but it didn't even last that long. And I was somewhat of a thinking about selling that GPU, but I didn't even find a perfect buyer for me. So for that reason, left it over on my inventory. Since it is actually remaining there, I was thinking that what if I uploading again the RX 550 alongside with my integrated GPU video benchmark, since so many subscribers of my channel does also have the from the RX 550. So it is actually going to be helpful for the peoples who are using the RX 550 and don't know that is these games actually going to be run for their PC or not. Without further ado, let's see the settings and also let's see the gameplay benchmark. So in here, I'm going to make it a 2 segment. First one is going to be with a 1080p resolution and also AMD FSR. Since it is a AMD component, so I have to put it into AMD FSR to get the highest amount of performance. And another thing is going to be IP scaling quality. Of course, it is going to be the performance, since my RX 550 is not even have the much power to handle it with the quality and also native resolution. One thing I really forgot to mention is that RX 550 is way too much similar to your Vega 7 GPU. Yes, sometimes your RX 550 have the higher advantages just because of it has a 4GB DDR5 RAM, which is a VRAM, but for your Vega 7 you have to sacrifice your own RAM to fill up your VRAM, which doesn't even always going to be comes in handy, since it can actually crash your PCs and crash your games most of the time, since your RAM is already been used up for your VRAM and your remaining RAM is not even enough for you to play this game perfectly. Anyway, the things are going to be performance. And for the frame generation, I already put it into AMD FSR. So here is the main twist. We are going to play this game without AMD FSR and with AMD FSR. So first of all, I'm going to test it with the being off AMD FSR and let's see how much of a FPS that we are going to get. And for the sharpening strength, of course, I'm going to put it to the 100%, since I'm already put my IP scaling quality lowest amount of possible, which is a performance mode. So having to play with the 100% sharpness actually going to give you a balanced quality without having the choppiness. So that's the simple thing of a option. Let's see the gameplay benchmark. Of course, I'm going to be apply these settings. Save. Oh my god, I'm getting 19 FPS, 18 FPS and 20 FPS. And the city that I choose, which is a Havana, so many areas are already been filled with house and also some other demanding areas, which actually going to be helpful to know that is these games does have a high caliber to handle this GPU or not. Okay, let's get down to the road with the midst of the people, get to see that how much of FPS that we are going to get. Another interesting part is that I am not even getting more than 20 FPS. Is my FPS already been capped? Let's see. No, my FPS is not even that capped. Then why am I not even getting more than 20 FPS? But the gameplay is not even looking that good compared to your Vega 7. In my Vega 7 on my 1080p resolution with the same settings, I was getting almost like a 30 or 31, middle around like a 25 FPS. So of course Vega 7 is mostly recent integrated GPU, which was also have the same caliber of a RX 550, which is a dedicated GPU, and dedicated GPU should have the higher advantages compared to integrated. But I don't know what the AMD has been doing with this like a RX 550. Oh my god, I am hitting 17 FPS in most of the areas. Holy, I have to engage with combat to give you a little bit of a rough idea that how am I actually getting when I engage with a combat. 17 is the mostly consistent. Oh my god, I cannot even get to know that what is actually happening there. Oh my god. Let's see. Man, my response time is so slow. Just because of I cannot even see that. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is the first time that I have done the parry perfectly since the gameplay is so much laggy. I cannot even understand what is actually happening. I just randomly clicked that takedown button or parry button. Sorry, my bad. Okay, I guess it actually give you the rough idea that how much of a FPS that you are going to get with a 1080p resolution without enabling the FSR. Of course, there is a catch and there is a magic that you are going to see when I enable the FSR. Okay, let's just enable the FSR and see how much of a performance boost that we are going to get. Oh, sorry, this is the frame generation, and enable it. Of course, save it. Let's see. So after enabling FSR, you are seeing that I'm starting with like a 35, almost like hitting the 40, which is a 38, but my FPS looks much more smoother than ever. And another important part is that when I try to play FSR with being a borderless, or you can say the full screen mode, it doesn't even enable what this FSR actually capable of. So if you really want to have the perfect FSR experience, then I guess you have to play this game with a window mode enable, which I actually enable right now, and I can even play this game without having any kind of like a hiccup. I already explained my other videos, FSR doesn't even give you the proper FPS, it always going to give you a fake FPS, where sometimes when you just click some buttons there will be a latency lag. Of course, when I try to click my like a attack button, there are also a some like a millisecond lag that you are going to face in here. So especially if you are playing a parry type of game like a Sekiro or FromSoft Elden Ring game, I guess in that game you really require to have these perfect parry mechanics with the perfect latency. Otherwise you cannot even kill the boss and you are the first one to fall the victim of it. So without further ado, let's see, find the enemies, and let me give you a little bit of a demonstration that how much of FPS that I'm getting in here. And before then that, all I wanted to say is that if you are seeing some of the lag and here and there, it is actually happening just because of I enable the OBS studio and also recording some of a FPS meter which has the MSI afterburner. That is the reason which is actually causing the lag. But if I just remove it, man, the FPS and also the gameplay will actually looking so much gorgeous that you might not even ever find it. Okay, I cannot even find the enemies. Hey, let me find it. Besides, this area is actually perfect for the benchmark. So many obstacles, so many demanding area are going to be here and there, which actually test your RX 550 to the core to see that is it actually have the highest amount of caliber to handle this game or not. Well, man, I cannot even find anything at all. So after playing it with like FSI enables and also the FPS that I'm currently getting on, it just gives me an idea why am I playing this on a Vega 7. I should be completing this game with my RX 550. This should be the first thing that I have to do. Man, what's the boss? Why am I not even finding any of them? I guess in this area I might even find someone else. Yep. Woohoo! I have to mark him and let me assassinate you perfectly, man. The lag is not even going to be there, as I already mentioned before, when you just disable your recording option and also of your FPS meter option. It is actually causing some of those like a rile up. I guess this GPU is not even having the proper of a guidance when it comes to handling these things multiple times. Here we go. Hey, Alvara. Man, I can even do the chain combos, but I have to do the they should have the parry things when they got taken down. There we go. Here we go. Man, I'm getting 39 to 40 FPS for being enabled the FSR, and also RX 550 is way too much worse than of your Vega 7, but Vega 7 doesn't even have the option of FSR. So having the dedicated GPU with like a 4GB DDR5 VRAM, you are able to start with this like things. And man, I'm so much amazed that you can even play this game without having problem with the FSR enables. So if you have this GPU on your configuration, and also i3 Intel Core i, some of this like other processor with like a 7 core 6 core, I don't know, I cannot even named some of this like a recent processors. If you do have all of those things, you are going to be off to a great start. Let me kill them.
Estas tierras son mías. No tenéis derecho sobre ellas.
Cálmese, señor. Hablaré con el capitán.
Más te vale. O iré a buscarlo yo mismo.
Do I have a hanging options? I should have. No. Oh my god. They just react so much fast. You are done, man. Let me down you and also assassinate you at the same time. Besides, I cannot even find the eagle vision in this game, which actually I led off to be true. Fuck you, man. Ease clap, man. You're thinking that you are the hot shot here. I pressed the takedown button, but it didn't even land there. Here we go. Man, FSR is not bad if it is actually work perfectly on your configuration. You are done. So that's all for this like video. If you like it, leave a like, and this video only for dedicated towards the RX 550 user. If you are one of the integrated user, I also uploaded the integrated GPU for this game performance. You can totally check it out going through my channel and wait for my other video. Up until then, peace.